Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marion Senior High School in Marion, Virginia for tonight's Hoagie-Hickey District Game Day Game of the Week. It's the visiting Union Bears coming over here to take on the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes, and we expect this to be a big-time offensive shootout tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely expecting a great football game. Here's Dylan Hutton along with Travis DeBusk. In case you missed the pregame show, we had a pretty good pregame show live from Marion High School. We got some great games on tap here tonight. Hoagie-Hickey District games across the ledger. Rural Retreat is at home against Holston, and Patrick Henry hits the road up I-81 to Wytheville to take on the George Wythe Maroons. So that's your other game in the Hoagie-Hickey. We've got the non-district game here covering it because we feel like it will be one of the better games this year.
Well, this is a non-district game as far as the Hoagie-Hickey District goes, but it's worth mentioning it is a conference game. It has some pretty big implications as far as their state playoffs go coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Both of these teams are ranked in the top 5 in 2A West. So this is a conference game of sorts as Marion has finished their Hoagie-Hickey District schedule, and all the games going forward now will be against 2A opponents, and that's good as they gear up for their run through the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be a very important ball game looking at the 2A West standings with number 4 Union coming in here on the road against the number 5 team looking to pull somewhat of an upset, I guess, over a number 4 ranked team in the points standings. But with that, those are the games tonight. We're here live from Marion Senior High School. Little look at the Union Bears. They're 7-1 this season. Marion 6-1. Union is averaging 27 points per game, so pretty good output offensively and allowing 22 points per game. Currently 4th, of course, in the 2A West rankings. They're a Clinch Mountain Conference member. And their head coach, Travis Turner, has been here since consolidation. He's in his 4th season. What we've seen from Union, they used to be a ground and pound, 3 yards in a cloud of dust type team, but this year they've converted. They're a shoot-it team. They're a run and shoot, score. Let's get the ball back and try it again. They're one of those teams that are going to try to score quickly.
A lot of tradition, even though Union is a new school, a consolidated school. They've only been around for 4 years. They got a lot of winning tradition there as they are combined Wise County schools of Appalachia and Powell Valley, and those schools have a lot of state championships between them in the last 20 years or so. So a lot of tradition to live up to there. Marion gets their chance against a big-time opponent tonight. Let's take a minute and go ahead and thank our sponsors of the Hoagie-Hickey Game in the Week. Big M Farm Service in Meadowview, Political Dog, Town Square, Glade Spring, Serber & Son, also from Town Square, Glade Spring, Carter's Pharmacy of Saltville, Abingdon Equipment Company, Glade Pharmacy, Glade Spring, and Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. The Union Bears have taken the field now. They'll be dressed tonight in orange pants, white jerseys, white helmets, with orange numerals. The Marion Scarlet Hurricanes will be with the scarlet red pants, scarlet red jerseys, scarlet red helmets trimmed in white with white numerals.
And the Union Bears have taken the field. The Marion Hurricanes are coming down the steps here from the locker room, and they're getting ready to come out here on the field and run through the Hurricane flag. But with that, getting set for coin toss here, 2 minutes till kickoff. And here comes the Hurricanes kickoff coming up next from Marion High School. We'll be right back to get this game started.
Everybody get your hands up. Everybody throw your hands up. Come on and get cranked up. Everybody get amped up. We don't have a good time in here. It's okay to unwind in here.
The Hogo Game of the Week is provided by Abingdon Equipment, Appalachian Plastics, Big M Farm Service, Carter's Pharmacy, Glade Pharmacy, Political Dogs, Serber & Son. Make sure you watch and listen at HogoGameDay.com.
Marion, Virginia, as we get ready for tonight's big-time matchup between the visiting Union Bears and the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. Marion won the toss, and they're going to elect to receive, and that's pretty much what you'd expect in an offensive matchup like this. So Union's going to be kicking off. To start this first half, Marion will receive, and they will be moving left to right across your radio dial.
Yeah, and we're getting lined up here for opening kickoff here from Marion High School. Looks like number 49, Devin Simon, is set to kick off for the Union Bears. Here's the kick. It's a deep kick out to about the 10-yard line. It's returned there by Marion Scarlet Hurricane. Up past the 40 to the 50. He's got one man to beat to the 40. All the way down to the other 30, 20, 10, 15. Touchdown, Marion. He takes it all the way 90 yards. That is number 1 for the Hurricanes. Aaron Garrison takes it all the way 90 yards for 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Quick strike.
Well, Garrison, that was a big-time kickoff return. You know what? Union had it played right. They had guys there to wrap up and make the tackle, but Garrison just did all the work himself, cutting back and forth. Was able to weave all the way down in there. Big-time kickoff return, 90 yards for a touchdown. The clock rolls down to 11:39 to go in the first quarter. Sam Wagner's on to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, Sam Wagner on for the extra point. Marion up 6-0 here, taking the kick back all the way. Extra point is good. 7-0 Marion. 11:39 to go, of course, as the opening kick was returned. We'll see if Union can answer. We'll be right back. Quick start for the Hurricanes.
Had a big play here.
Taps on the handoff. He breaks loose. He's past the 50, down to about the 35, and he's knocked hard out of bounds by Riley Blevins. So that was a big-time hit by Riley.
Listen to our audio broadcast on your mobile device by downloading the Spreaker app through the Google Play Store for Android devices and on the App Store for iOS devices, and search for the Hoagie Heagie Network.
Senior High School. Big time excitement as this game just getting underway. The Marion Scarlet Hurricanes. Eric Garrison takes the opening kickoff return 90 yards for a touchdown. Marion's got the early lead 7-0, 11:39 remaining in the first quarter. Marion set to kick off and Union to get their crack at offense.
Sam Wagner set to kick it off as we got the big return there. Marion has the lead 7-0 here to start this ball game. There's the kick. It's kicked up to about the 15-yard line. It's picked up there by number 8, Bryce Spears. He's met right at about the 24-yard line. That is where the Union Bears will set up shop as they trail 7-0. Here comes the Bears. So we'll see what they do to answer after the kickoff return. Quick start touchdown for the Hurricanes. Tanner Hall and all the weapons will come out here for the Bears. So here's quarterback Tanner Hall. Spotlight on him. He has about 1,500 yards passing, I believe, is what some of our stat men are saying. And we'll see what happens here, as he is a great passer. Shotgun set. He's rolling out to the right. Hall's looking to the middle. He's got the first down. He hits his wide receiver. He's broke a tackle. Breaks another. He's up past the 40-yard line. A gain of about 16 on the play. And that was Mitchell on the catch. That's James Mitchell, the 6'3", 200-pound freshman for the Union Bears. Garrison, of course, was there on the tackle. First down, Bears. Coming
that was
out
a good pass on the slant pattern there, and Ben Mitchell picks up a couple of extra yards after the catch. Just a nice, easy pass and throw over the middle for Union.
There's a snap, handoff inside of number 20. Fumbles.
Ball's loose.
He picked the ball back up, though. He's able to catch it. That's a loss of about 3. That's Braxton Bishop in the backfield, and that's a loss of about 4, actually. So loss of 4. It's going to be second down and 14 We'll see where they're lined up. It'll be on about the 39-yard line. So here we go. We'll see what they do here. Second down and 14. So that was your first running back of the game, Braxton Bishop. They mix up backs a lot. They're looking deep now, looking deep downfield to number 7, incomplete. Riley Blevins was on the coverage as he tried to get the ball to Jay Gavin, a junior wide receiver for the Bears. Incomplete.
Jay Gavin, he's a very tall guy. He's 6'4", but good coverage by the time by Blevins. He was on him tight. Gavin's got good speed, but
that's going to bring up a long third down here for the Bears. They're lining up trips to the left, a single wide receiver out to the right. That is Gavin. There's a snap, roll out to his left. Hall's trying to get to the outside. He's going to break a tackle up past, and he's going to go out of bounds right at about the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a fourth down. So good stop there by Marion. Gain of about 3. It's going to be fourth down and 11 from the 30, looks like the 42-yard line. So from their own 42, we'll see what the Bears do here.
They had that first play that they gained 16 yards, and then up until that play there, they didn't have any more that went for positive yardage. So it brings up fourth and 11. They're going to punt. Punt returner's back's going to have his feet right on about the 30-yard line for Marion. There's the snap. Here's the punt. And Marion, the kick is blocked.
The kick is blocked. It's going to be covered up at the 38-yard line. Chandler Dixon got in there to block it. Big block there. Change in field position did not occur thanks to that block. So Marion starts off on the other side of the 50 here in Union territory. A great start for the Hurricanes here in this ball game. Set up camp at the 37. Here's Leffler and company.
Yeah, he couldn't have scripted it early any better. The opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Hold Union to a 4-and-out. Forced the block punt. Now let's get a look at Marion's offensive scheme for tonight. First and 10 from the Union 37-yard line.
And shotgun set here. There's Leffler. They're going to hand it off to Wagner. Wagner goes inside. Gain. He's still bringing guys with him up near the sticks. Gain of about 10 on the play. First down, Hurricanes. They're down on that was a gain of about 10.5 yards down to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by Sam Wagner, just lowering his shoulder. He got to the edge, lowered his shoulder, and just ran through some guys. Union had some defenders there to wrap him up, but no luck bringing him down. First down, Scarlet Hurricane.
Shotgun set this time. It's going to be a fake to Wagner. Leffler's got to keep on a read option. He's still got the ball. He's down to the 15, out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. First down, Hurricanes. Gain of about 14 on the play there for the quarterback, Hunter Leffler. They use that read option a lot. Leffler reads it very well. Everybody sold on the Wagner rush, and now they're inside the Carter's Pharmacy red zone. Every snap on a Hogo Network is brought to you by Carter's Pharmacy in Saltville, Virginia. Anytime a team crosses the 20, so they're on the 13-yard line here. The Hurricanes are heading in. Shotgun set, 2 wide receivers to the left, and then they're going to go back over here to Blevins on the right. He makes a guy miss. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. 13-yard reception for a touchdown for Mr. Riley Blevins, number 2 for the Hurricanes. So that's going to make it 13-0 Marion here. 9:05 to go in the first quarter.
I thought we'd see some quick scoring strikes, but, man, I'm impressed that both of them have come by Marion already. We still got 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. We're not even 3 minutes into this first quarter yet, and Marion's getting ready to go up 14-0. Hope it's not reminiscent of last week. Here's the extra point, the count, the snap, the hold, the kick gets up, and Wagner hits it. It's good. So your new score with 9:05 remaining in the first quarter. The Marion Scarlet Hurricanes 14, the visiting Union Bears 0. Let's check out our political dog, Hot Dog, play of the drive. Marion, following the block punt, had 1st and 10 at the Union 37-yard line, and all the momentum in their favor. They hand the ball off to Sam Wagner. He carries it up for 10 yards to pick up the first down. 2 plays later, Marion gets it into the end zone to extend the lead 14-0. That's your Political Dog Hot Dog play of the drive. Be sure to visit Political Dog Town Square, Glade Spring, Virginia.
Yeah, we've definitely got a quick scores coming here from Marion Senior High School. 9:05 to go here, and Marion's already put up 2 touchdowns. Of course, the quick score on the touchdown from the kick return, and then right there the touchdown strike after a blocked punt.
Special teams.
So far,
special teams is the difference.
Yeah, up till this point, Marion special teams winning the ball game. So set to kick off here for the Hurricanes is Sam Wagner.
Don't have the exact numbers, but you know Sam Wagner keeps that extra point streak going. He's hit. I don't believe, has he missed one yet this season?
I don't think so. I think he might have had one blocked at some point. There's the kick. It's deep. It's returned by Bryce Spears up past the 20 to the 23-yard line. He's brought down. So Marion will set up shop on the 23-yard. Union will set up shop on the 23. 1st and 10 Bears.
Well, Union showed they could move the ball at least on one play on that first offensive possession they had, but they better get something going now, not let this game get out of hand too quickly. Of course, Union's played in some big ball games this year. They're not going to let this phase them, I don't think. Big crowd over there for Union. They brought a lot of people with them over from Wise County tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely in shock at this point. Good thing is they can score pretty quickly. There's a snap screen pass inside. He's looking over to the side. It's 5-yard gain and out of bounds, or near 5-yard gain. Looked like Tanner Noakes on the reception. So
that play was set up good. Whoever had the block out there on the far corner for Union, he missed that initial block, and then Noakes had to do all the work by himself. He gets positive yardage. A good gain on first down. It's going to make it 2nd and 5.
Yep, 2nd down and 5 after the completion there on the screen play. There's a snap, curl route, gain of about 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 as he was able to get it out to Jay Gavin on a quick hitch.
It's another positive yardage, though, so it brings up a manageable 3rd down for Union. We got a Lowe's Home Improvement scoreboard update from George Wythe. Patrick Henry has the lead 7-0 with 8:29 remaining in the first quarter. So the Rebels get on the board first, a quick score up there in George Wythe. Here we've got a 3rd down and call it 3, maybe 4. It's a manageable 3rd down for Union. Let's see if they can pick this up and keep the drive going.
Shotgun setting in, trips to the left. There's a snap. It's going to be a QB keeper. He's brought down. They tried to do a read option and let the QB run. Hall was brought down. A loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down, and here comes the punt team for the Union Bears.
That was after the good first down play to get ahead of the chains. Marion forces Union into a 3 and out, so here they are on the punt. No time run off the clock either on that drive, so Union having the ball for a total of about 15 seconds of clock time as it's now down to 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, Union set the punt again here, trying to avoid another block. There's a snap. The punt is off. It's a short punt. Hits at about the 45. Takes a Union bounce down to about the 39-yard line. 1st and 10, Marion from their own 39. So at least Marion will have to go a pretty good distance. But the whole first quarter up to this point has been played over here on the Union side of the football field. So Union really needs to get that tossed back over and get
Marion finally having to start off in their own territory. Of course, this is only their second offensive possession. They scored in 3 plays on that first offensive possession, and the opening kickoff they took in for a touchdown to bring us to that score of 14-0.
Yeah, we got 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. Leffler's looking over for a play call. There's the signs go up. There's a pistol set this time. Hand off to Wagner. He breaks a tackle. He's met after a gain of about 2. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 as Wagner gets 2 on the carry.
Well, we've seen this pretty early on the last drive. They go to Wagner. Of course, he picked up a first down on his first carry. Not as much yardage here on first down, but at least it is positive yardage. Now you got to watch for Marion to go read option and maybe go up top, try to hit a big pass if Union starts to key in on the running game. Use the running game to set up the pass. That's going to be one of Marion's keys tonight.
Yeah, here's Marion yet again. Roll out to the right for Leffler. He's looking downfield. He's got a man in Mitchum wide open right here. He catches it at about the 50, breaks a tackle. He's up to about the 40-yard line. So a gain of about 20 there on the completion. Mitchum was running an out route, standing there with nobody around him, and finally Leffler was able to find him there for the completion. Gain of 20, first down Marion. We've got 6:23 to go here in the first quarter.
We got a formation penalty. I didn't even see a flag on the grid, but there is a...
Okay, I didn't notice that either.
I don't even see a flag. Okay, there it is. It's over on the... Yeah, okay, it was on the far sideline. So it's a procedure penalty against Marion, so that's going to negate that big play and back them up.
That's going to negate a 20-yard pass there, so a huge penalty for Marion, but Union needed a break. That might be the break they needed to get back in this ball game. It's going to be second down and about 14 from their own 37-yard line, about 36-yard line. Shotgun set, Wagner to Leffler's right. Trips to the right, and then Riley Blevins out wide on the far left side of the football field.
Marion playing from behind the sticks here on second down.
There's a snap, quick screen to Blevins. Blevins breaks a tackle, breaks another. He's shifty, moving up. He got a gain of about, well, he didn't get as much as it looked like. As
almost
he was
back to the original line of scrimmage,
yeah.
It looks like.
Got it back to just about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and 11, so third and long here for Marion here from their own 39-yard line. So they got to get from about the 40 to the 50.
Blevins is shifty. He made the first guy miss, but it slowed him up just enough for the rest of the Union Bears to get over there.
He didn't get vertical. He just was going horizontal. Look, he can cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Pistol set this time. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. He's looking deep to Blevins. He's got him open. He misses him just by about 2 steps and a little too far to the right. That would have been a huge play for man, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 10, and the punt team coming on for the Hurricanes.
Blevins, he had a step on Spears. Spears had good coverage, but Spears is just a little bit taller than he is. I believe if the ball had been thrown on time, Spears still might have would have got a hand in there. But if Leffler sticks it out there, you got to at least give Blevins a chance. He threw it just a little bit out of bounds and no opportunity for him to catch it. But good play for Marion. Applaud him for going deep, but now they'll be forced to punt.
It's Aaron Garrison on for the punt. If you remember week 1 against Chilhowie, Garrison had a 60-yard punt to really change the field position in that ball game back when Chilhowie was about to get some momentum going against the Canes. There's the punt. Good low kick. It's going to be received at about the 20-yard line. He breaks a tackle. He's got a few blocks. He's up past the 45 to the 50 to the other 45 down at about the 42-yard line. Couldn't get a number. Hold on. Let's. Austin Jesse, I think, is what the guy was who was returning that football. So a huge return that time. It is number 19, Austin Jesse, a senior wide receiver. Great punt return there as Union will set up shop in Marion territory. Huge swing in field position now as they're setting up right here on the plus side of the 50 on the 42-yard line. Shotgun set, trips to the right. There's a snap, roll out to the left. He may have gotten a couple on the play. He got about 3. So that's going to bring up second down and 7.
We talked about we expected to see an offensive shootout tonight. Well, so far the game has been all about special teams. A big punt return there for Union right when they needed it. Sets them up in Marion territory. Positive gain on first down. This time Union's going to play in front of the sticks, and that's really important for them. It's going to be second and 7 from the 40-yard line. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the first quarter, and Marion with the lead, 14-0.
Yeah, we got trips to the right this time. There's a snap, quick screen out to number 32, Noakes. He's pushed out of bounds right near the sticks. He's about a yard short. About a 6-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. So Noakes is another one of those big wide receivers for this football team. One of those playmakers here. 1 of 5 on this wide receiving core that really can do some damage.
3rd down and 1. It's 4-down territory here. I'm pretty sure down 14-0. You're on the Marion side of the field.
3rd
See
and
what
1.
Union will do.
They're in a wing formation this time.
Big hole.
Big run, big 1st down picked up. He got down to about the 25-yard line, so gain of about 8 on the play. That was Braxton Bishop, number 20 again, on the play. They haven't been able to run very much, but when they have, it's been pretty effective when they stay ahead of the sticks. They're in that T formation. This time it's Bishop again up the middle. He got about 6, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Good gain that time, too, for Bishop. So right now they're doing a great job.
2 different styles of play calling here. Marion's a team that uses the flash card on the sidelines. Union goes old school. They actually have the quarterback or a substitution bring the play in from the sideline.
They also do a lot of hand signals. I talked to an assistant earlier today. Gain of about 1 on the carry there by Bishop. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
He picks up enough to move them into the Carter's Pharmacy red zone for the first time tonight.
Yeah, they're inside the red zone here. 3rd down and 3 to be exact here as they run the play in from the sideline. So 3rd down and 3 from about the 20-yard line. They're in that wing T set, bringing a guy in motion. There's the snap, toss out to the left of Bishop. Bishop's trying to get the edge. He's close to the 1st down, and we'll see what they mark. Looks like right at the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
I believe
no gain on the play. It's 4th down and 3.
I believe he made a mistake there. You know, it looked like he had a hole early there at the A-gap, but he tried to get out to the corner. That cost him. 4th down. I believe they're going to go for it here. We got a Lowe's Home Improvement scoreboard update from George Wythe. Your score now is Patrick Henry 7, George Wythe 7.
So tied up in Wythe County. We got trips to the right here as Hall takes a snap. He's looking for the screen. He had a man wide open. He missed him. He's looking again. He's lobbing it up deep. Almost intercepted by Mitchum. Incomplete. Marion will take over on their own 20-yard line. They had a guy wide open there at the beginning of that play and just weren't able to find him. And he didn't even try to hit him. And then, of course, he tried to extend the play, roll out to his right, and couldn't find an open man. So
the defender had him in his grasp, and quarterback just kind of threw the ball up. It was almost intercepted by Marion, but when it went through the Marion defender's hand, it was almost caught. There was a Union player right there on the backside, almost made a
heck of a play.
Yeah, fantastic completion. But as it is, Marion takes over with 2:09 remaining in the first quarter and a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, here we go. Pistol set, handoff to Wagner. Wagner inside, gain of about 1 on the play. Gain of, well, maybe not a gain of anything. Usually when Wagner falls forward, he picks up a couple, but I don't think he did that. Well, he picked up about a yard, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Pretty good stop right there on 1st down.
Good job by Union on defense on that last possession, on Marion's last offensive possession. They're going to try to hold here again and flip the field position even a little bit more.
There's the snap, looking inside on a slant route. He completed it out to Chandler Dixon. Gain of about 8 on the play. It's enough for a 1st down right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their 30 as they're driving down towards the 50.
Dixon cutting across the middle of the field there. Leffler hits him. A big-time hit by the Union Bears.
Good smart play there. Good awareness by, looks like, let's see, 85. Looks like Matthew Mitchum was able to get on that ball.
Looked like number 8 there. Bryce Spears landed on the ball for Union and just couldn't drag it in. And then Marion, talk about a big break for Marion. And they almost pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, they're close. Well, that's 2nd down and about 4. A good gain there by Blevins. We've got 37 seconds to go until the end of the first quarter here. 14-0. Marion leads the Bears. Shotgun set this time for Leffler. They're going to put Chandler Dixon in motion, or Garrison in motion. He's rolling around out here in the incomplete, trying to find Chandler Dixon. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5. We got 17 seconds to go.
I'm not sure if Leffler was targeting Dixon there, if he just threw the ball out of the bounds. Either way, good call by him. They had him scrambling to his left, and he just tosses the ball where nobody's going to be able to catch it. Live to see another down. 3rd and 4 with 17.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 14-0, Marion Scarlet Hurricanes.
Yep, this is probably going to be the last play unless we see another pass. 3rd down and 4 from the 34-yard line. There's a snap. Roll out to the right by Leffler. He's being chased down. He looks incomplete. Tipped by a Union defender there. That was, again, Bryce Spears on the coverage. Almost had an interception. And Riley Blevins had a real chance after the tip to catch that ball. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 4 from the 34-yard line here. 10 seconds to go until the end of the first quarter. So we're going to see Garrison come on to punt again here for the Hurricanes. And back deep is Austin Jesse for...
I got Dylan Holbrook listed as 12 on my...
Yeah, that's what it's Dylan Holbrook, yes. I wonder why that's like that.
They do a
fake. They do a fake. It's Mitchum inside. He's got the first down. What a risky play there as they just did a direct snap to the back man there, one of their secondary blockers. Got 8, and they only needed 4. First down, Marion here from their own 44-yard line. So they're up near the 50 now. 3.2 seconds. That's going to end the first quarter. The Hurricanes have owned the first quarter tonight, 14-0 as they're driving near the 50. But with that, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Everybody get hands up. Everybody throw your hands up. Come on and get cranked up. Everybody get hands up.
We'd like to thank all of our listeners here on the Hoga-Higgy Network and remind them to stop by HogoGameDay.com for the latest on all your Hoga-Higgy teams. That is HOGO GameDay.com, partnered with HogaHiggy.com, the worldwide leader in Hogo sports.
Parts, sales, and service, that's our motto down here at Abingdon Equipment. We have new and used quality farm equipment at great prices. We also have a large selection of salvage, professional service and repair, in-store parts for your equipment. Come on down and see us on Lee Highway in Abingdon, Virginia. Our store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also, give us a call at 276-628-2372, a proud sponsor of the Hoga-Higgy Network.
Turn it up. Everybody get hands up. Everybody throw your hands up.
All right, welcome back here, Marion Scarlet Hurricanes lead as we get set to start the second quarter. Wagner gets the ball on the handoff. He's tackled for a loss of about 4. So it's going to be second down and 14. If you're just now joining us, this is Dylan Hunt along with Travis DeBusk and the rest of the crew here for Hogo Game Day. Andy Brown over here on the computer. We've got a 14-0 Marion Scarlet Hurricane lead over the Union Bears. 11:33 to go until the half. So a pretty fast-moving first quarter here. But the Bears haven't been able to live up to expectation offensively.
Not so far. They've put together one decent drive so far, but come up empty-handed.
Marion's going to drop back to a backside screen to Mitchum, and that's going to get them back to about the line of, where they were. No gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. Smart play there. Put Garrison in motion there thinking jet sweep, and then went backside to Mitchum on a screen play. Just a lot of linemen to move. You got some big bodies down there on that Marion offensive line, and trying to get them to beat some of these speedy corners and safeties is really a test for Marion, especially if they're going to try that screen game that often.
When you look at these guys line up just right across from each other, they're right here in front of us right now on this end of the field. These Union guys are big.
Yeah, they have some height, all of them do. Wagner on the keeper. He's going to be brought down after a short gain there as he ran to the short side of the football field. And he just got pushed out of bounds there by Mitchell. 4th down and 11, so a gain of about 4 on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th down as Garrison's on to punt.
So we've seen special teams lead to 2 big touchdowns early, 3 minutes into this first quarter to make it 14-0 Marion. Since then, it's been a defensive battle. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, it's been different. Dylan Holbrook back deep to return. Garrison's punt is off. It's caught by Holbrook at about the 24-yard line. Big hit by Riley Blevins down on the 24. So no gain on the play on the punt return. And Union will set up shop from their own 24. Good coverage.
Special teams coverage by Marion that time. I mean, as soon as the punt got down there, they had 2 guys sitting there waiting on the return man to field the ball and make the tackle.
And here come the Union Bears again. We'll see what they do with this possession as they trail 14-0. Need to get on the board here. 9:46 to go here in the second quarter. There's a snap. He's looking deep. He's lobbing it deep to his man. Incomplete. Intended for Evan Duncan, 6'1", 200-pound tight end.
Got a Lowe's Home Improvement scoreboard update at the end of the first quarter. Up in Withville, your score is still the Patrick Henry Rowdy Rebels 7, George with Rocky Maroons 7.
Good game going on there, so definitely, who knows? You never can tell, guys.
Here we've got just under 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and our scores: the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes 14, the visiting Union Bears 0. Union's got the ball 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Yep, here's a snap. 2nd down and 10. Fake the handoff, play action. Looking outside there, incomplete. Good coverage again there by the secondary for Marion. That was Hunter Leffler on the coverage, but that was a pass intended for Austin Jesse, incomplete.
We said that Marion's senior leadership back in the secondary was going to be one of the keys to this game tonight, and so far that secondary's done a very good job.
Correction, that was Jake Barnett on the attempt. He was trying to get it to Jake Barnett, not Austin Jesse. That's the tight end. Jake Barnett, incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 10 here. So we saw 2 straight incompletions, bringing up a 3rd down and long. 4 wide this time, trips to the left. There's a snap. Pass deep, caught. 1st down, gain of about 12. That is number 12, Austin Jesse on the completion. Jesse is not a very big guy, 5'7", 160.
The boy sure can jump, though.
Yeah, he can. He went up for that one. Jesse is number 12, but on our roster it's listed as Dylan Holbrook. So that is Austin Jesse who's number 12. That's a mistake there by us. But Austin Jesse with the completion that time. There's a snap. It's going to be the quarterback or the running back Bishop. He's loose. He's down inside the 30 to the 25 near the 20. He's brought down at the 22-yard line. What a play there. All the way from about the 40 all the way down inside the 25.
Well, Union come out and made 4 straight passing attempts, and then they caught Marion not thinking and just get a big run up the middle for a big yardage. They almost get down just a couple yards shy of the Carter's Pharmacy red zone here, but Union set up in business, 1st and 10.
Yeah, 1st down and 10 from the 23-yard line. It's Bishop inside. He's got a gap. He's got a whole 5-0 touchdown. They answer back 14-6 now with extra point looming. A big run there, 23-yard rush for Braxton Bishop. Give him 6. The Bears are on the board.
Here come the Bears.
Extra point coming up. and it is Devin, Simon Jr. on for the extra. They're going to fake it. Actually, they're just going to line up and try to go for two, and they are. The 2-point conversion attempt is failed, so it's 14-6.
Why would you chase points in a 14-0 game? You just scored a touchdown. Why not just take a shot to kick the extra point and keep it an even kilter? Because now you force your hand that you have to go for two if you score again, and Marion doesn't extend it out anymore to make it 14-6. Don't understand. We're not real familiar with Union. May just be the way they do things. But at 8:40 remaining in the second quarter, your new score, Marion Scarlet Hurricanes 14, the visiting Union Bears 6. Tried to go deep twice with no luck, so they had the ball 3rd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. That's where Tanner Hall steps back, sends the pass down to Austin Jesse. He jumps up and gets it. It was where only he could catch it. A gain of 12 to the Union 37. 2 running plays later, Union finds themselves in the end zone. That's your Political Dog, Hot Dog Play the Drive. Be sure to visit Political Dog, Town Square, Glade Spring, Virginia.
That was a huge play on 3rd down and 10 to come up with that completion. I'm not really sure. I can't tell if the play or the color, or I guess the PA guy, Marion, is just wrong on the player for the number 12, Dylan Holbrook, or if it's really number 19, I'm not sure. On the 13-yard line here. So a big turn of events there for the Hurricanes. We'll see what they do here, lining up from the 13-yard line.
The Marion fans don't like to call on that, but the linesman and the back judge both seen it that way, so they both call it down. That's where Marion will take over, 1st and 10.
So we got a shotgun set. Shotgun set here for Marion. Hunter Leffler, of course, under center. First season as the QB at Marion. There's the snap. He's dropping back. He's looking over the middle. It's incomplete. Almost picked off there by number 82, James Mitchell. Man, he almost picked that off. That would have been a quick change of events, but instead the ball hits the ground. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 13-yard line.
Mitchell has the height advantage there, and the ball hit him square in the hands. He just wasn't able to reel it in. Not used to catching passes from the Scarlet uniforms.
Yeah, this is a Union team that's 9-3. That went 9-3 last season. 1 loss this year at the hands of Gate City. So it's a rush inside by Wagner. He breaks 3 tackles, and he's up past the sticks for a 1st down, gain of about 14. And that is just a bunch of missed tackles there for Union.
They had Wagner wrapped up in the backfield, and he just dropped his shoulder, kept on running, put the little Tasmanian Devil spin move on there. Big carry by Wagner to pick up a 1st down. That moves the ball.
I don't really know if that was just about how good Wagner was or if that was just poor tackling. Sometimes you got to not give credit, because I believe that right there was just poor tackling. Probably about 6 missed tackles. Speed option there, tossed to Wagner. He breaks another tackle. He drags a guy with him up for a gain of about 9 up near the 40-yard line. It's 2nd down and 1 from about the 32-yard line. Line to gets to 33 for the first. 2nd down and 1. So Wagner again here.
Marion settling down and doing what they do best, leaning on the big back, Sam Wagner, to carry the load.
Pistol set this time. Wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Leffler's going to drop back. He's looking over the middle to Blevins. He's got him on the other side of the 50, down at about the 35-yard line. Big connection there from Leffler to Blevins. 1st down, Hurricane. Huge gain.
Blevins on the nice slat pattern there. He had his man beat. They hit the big pass, pick up the first down, move the ball all the way down to the Union 36-yard line.
38-yard completion there exactly for Marion. So they're down inside the 35 here, right at about the 35. They're going to put a guy in motion here, and it's going to be Garrison. He's tackled for a short gain on the play. Gain of about 1 on a jet sweep. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 here, and they're going to line up, get their signs in from the sideline. We'll see what Marion does. We got 6:32 to go here in the half and counting. 14-6, Marion leads. 2nd down, 9. There's a snap, roll out to the right. He's trying to find someone. No one's open. He eventually finds a man. He finds Garrison. Garrison gets out of bounds short with the first down. Gain of about 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. Good find there by Leffler, who was able to find his wide receiver, Garrison.
Yeah, good job. I mean, that pocket broke down in a hurry. Leffler did a good job rolling out to his right. Garrison moving right along with him. Nice little dump off. Makes this a real easy, manageable 3rd down now.
Yeah, it makes it. Well, actually, he went out of bounds a little bit shorter. It's actually 3rd down and a very long 2 yards. I'd consider it 3rd and 3, but the scoreboard has 3rd and 2. I'd say 3rd down and 3, so not the long completion that it seemed. Didn't give him a very favorable spot, it didn't look like. It looked to me like he went out of bounds right at the stick.
Marion's going to be forced to take a timeout here.
Yep, 6 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Marion takes their first timeout of the first half. With that, we'll take a quick commercial break. With them, we'll be right back.
It's a small town. Throw down. It's time to tallboard up. Let them tailgates down.
Had a big play
Hill
here.
snaps on the handoff. He breaks loose. He's past the 50, down to about the 35, and he's knocked hard out of bounds by Riley Blevins. So that was a big-time hit by Riley.
Listen to our audio broadcast on your mobile device by downloading the Spreaker app through the Google Play Store for Android devices and on the App Store for iOS devices, and search for the Hoagie Heagie Network.
Oh, now's gonna be a good time. It's a small town. Throw down. It's time to tallboard up. Let them tailgates down.
Marion High School, the Hurricanes lead the Union Bears. Both these teams are they share 2 losses, 1 apiece, and they're trying to stave off a second loss of the season. One of them is 4th in the standings for the 2A West. The other one is 5th. So a lot on the line here. 14-6 here, man. Coming out of a timeout. They're going to toss it wide side of the field to Wagner. First down for Sam Wagner.
Wagner just good hard running. He got to the corner, turned his shoulders, picked up the yardage he needed. The third, it's about 3rd and 3, so he picked up those 4 yards there to get the first down. Picks up a 1st and 10.
Well, no.
No, they're going to say he was short. I'm sorry. They're going to say he didn't pick up anything.
They're going to say he went out of bounds, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. So it looked to me like he got it, but like we said, that's to the wide side of the field, farthest away from us. So we didn't get a good look at that. I formation right here, 4th down and 2. There's a snap. Wagner inside. He might have gotten it. It's close. We'll see. Well, they're going to call, the PA guy calls a first down. We'll see what the refs say.
Well, that's what you call home cooking. He's trying to talk his guy into getting talk his team into
They're going to measure, so they're coming out. They're bringing the stick, so we'll see what they eventually call here. This is a big play here. Marion's down to about the 25-yard line. That's actually the line to reach. Looks to me like he's short from what I see, but we'll see. They're going to stretch alongside the field. He got it right. He got it by about a lace. First down, and there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is on. It's probably some sort of personal or unsportsmanlike penalty here, a dead ball foul.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike on Union.
Yep.
Wow. Makes you think one of those kids must have said something out there while the measurement was going on, I guess, would be what I would think happened there. That's half a distance to the goal penalty. So it's going to set up a first and goal from right at the...
About the 12-yard line.
About the 12-yard line, okay.
They were on
so
the
they got
25.
a first and 10 then.
Yep, first and 10 from the 12 here. They're inside the Carter's Pharmacy red zone. They're in a shotgun set here with Mitchum just behind the lineman. So there's a snap. Roll. He's looking deep. Touchdown. Lobbed it deep there to Aaron Garrison, who's had a huge game tonight. Lobbed it over the head of a defender. Give him 6. And that makes it 20-6. Marion is ahead with 5:50 to go until the half. Wagner on for the extra point. Yep, and you were just exactly right about what you said with chasing points already for Union. They probably should have just kicked the extra point because that really throws them in a bind here.
Yeah, this makes you, this forces you to have to go for 2 later on if you can get the score. If you can even stop Marion at any point tonight to get this lead in closer. Marion does a good job coming back and answering the Union score. There's the count, the snap, the hold, the kick gets up and through. It's good. Wagner hits the extra point. That makes our new score at 5:50 remaining in the second quarter. Marion 21, Union 6. Let's check on our political dog, hot dog play of the drive. Marion had the ball 2nd and 1 at their own 36-yard line after a steady dose of Sam Wagner. Hunter Leffler opens up the deep ball, throws it to Riley Blevins all the way from the Marion 26 down to the Union 36. That's a 38-yard completion, and that's your political dog, hot dog play of the drive, political dog, Town Square, Glade Spring.
We'll go ahead and turn and look at our Lowe's Home Improvement scoreboard. We'll hand it over to Travis.
Yeah, I got a score update for you from that George Wythe Patrick Henry game. George Wythe has tacked on a score, so they now have the lead 14-7 with 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
So here we are, 21-6.
It's cold out here tonight. Temperatures
really
starting to drop down into the 40s.
It is starting to get pretty cold. We're having some issues with the sound. It's not coming through very clear. I'm getting some messages saying our sound's coming through awful low. We're going to have to use these better inlets. These outlets right there are not very good.
Andy's done broke out the coffee here tonight.
We got the hot chocolate. The kick return is mishandled, but it's going to be picked up. He's going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line. That was number 32, Noakes, on the return up to the 20.
Sorry about that trouble with the sound. We believe they got that problem resolved now. Good job by Andy Brown there working the control board.
Stepping up, Andy Brown.
So Union 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing 21-6, 5:41 remaining in the first half.
Union's coming out in a shotgun set. Bishop in the backfield. There's a snap. Bishop takes the handoff. He breaks a tackle, jukes out. A couple of guys spins for the first down. Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bears.
Good carry there on first down. They pick up another first down by Union. Want to at least hang one more score on here before the end of the first half. Try to close this gap down a little bit. 1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, 1st down and 10 here. There's a snap. Bishop again on the carry to the left. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard. We'll see where they mark him. Wagner came in through a gap. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 as Union trails the Hurricanes 21-6 here, 5:01 to go until the end of the first half. So stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll be getting scores from around the district. We'll talk some college football, talk about next week in the Hogo, and probably pick our location for next week's Hogo game day. That's second down and 10. 4:40 to go until half. There's a snap. They're looking deep over the middle. They got him. That's number 82, Mitchell. He's still running. Breaks a tackle. 5. Touchdown. Give him 6. Huge play from the 32-yard line. Humongous play. 68 yards. My statistician, Andy Brown, is telling me 68-yard play, and we'll see what happens here with the extra point. It's 21-12. We said these guys could strike quickly, and they're one of those teams where it doesn't really matter if they're down by 2 or 3 touchdowns because they're so good offensively. The only thing is, can their defense step up? We got 4:30 to go here, 21-12, extra point looming.
They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do here. I believe they wanted to go for 2, but they're going to have to burn a timeout and talk about it.
What do you think about that play? It was a slant play, broke a tackle there, and Broyles was able to run it, Mitchell was able to take it all the way in. That's that 6'3", 200-pound freshman phenom from Union.
I think I weighed 98 pounds when I was a freshman in high school. Yeah, I mean, he just ran a perfect pattern, had his man beat wide open across the middle, and then Marion had safety help coming, but he just spun right through that, also took it all the way to the house. We'll go ahead and take this time to mention during the timeout that touchdown pass on 1st and 10 from Union's own 32-yard line, a 68-yard strike to Mitchell. He carries it to the house to make your present score extra point pending. Marion 21, Union Bears 12. That's your Political Dog Hot Dog Play the Drive. Political Dog Town Square, Glade Springs. Be sure you pay those guys a visit. Union going to go for 2.
They're going for 2 here. They're in a one-back set, tossing it wide side of the field.
Good play.
Got it. 2-point conversion is good. 21-14 now. Union has cut it to 7 here. 4:30 to go until the half. So Marion will get it here. We'll see what they can do. 21-14, though, is the score. And Travis, you done gave us the Political Dog Hot Dog Play of the Drive. I can see my breath right now. So we're really weathering the storm here.
Well, it's turning into wintertime, and Union's weathered the storm too. Those 2 special teams miscues.
That was a good tie-in.
Missing to the early touchdowns for Marion. Union dug themselves that 14-0 deficit, but man, now this game's turned into exactly what we thought it would be, a one-possession game with 4.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Marion's got the lead 21-14. Let's mention our sponsors of the show tonight: Glade Pharmacy, Glade Springs, Virginia; Abingdon Equipment Company. We also want to mention Serber & Son, Town Square, Glade Spring; Political Dogs, Town Square, Glade Spring; Big M in Meadowview, Virginia; Carter's Pharmacy in Saltville; and Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse, who's been sponsoring your Lowe's Home Improvement Scoreboard tonight.
Yep, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Tonight, of course, we are running on Marion High School hot chocolate. It's working out pretty good. If they would just put some, I'd like to have some marshmallows in my hot chocolate tonight. I'm not going to be picky, though.
Andy's hitting the coffee. He had a rough day today.
There's a return by Mitchum. It was a squib kick. Trying to avoid a long return. It's going to be returned to the 36-yard line. That's where Marion will set up shop. So that is where they're going to set up. Let's go ahead and turn to the Serber & Son Nito stat of the night. In their last 4 games, Marion's offense is averaging a whopping 49 points per game. So scoring at a high clip is the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes. They're off to 21 points here tonight.
Ooh, talk about some frost on the pumpkin. It's cold.
We're going to have to turn the heater on in the Hogo Mobile on the way home. Hopefully it'll work. There's a snap. Leffler's going to screen out to Blevins. He's brought down after a gain of about 2. So it's going to be second down and 8. Hey, Union has a chance here to hold man and maybe tie this thing up before the half. We've got 4 minutes almost and counting down until halftime in a 7-point ball game, 21-14.
Pretty impressed by Blevins on that play. I mean, they only pick up 2 yards, but they throw that little short screen out to him. Nobody out there to block. He actually caught it behind the line of scrimmage, so, he had about 4 yards, but he had to do it all by himself. That's a pretty good piece of running by the shifty little Blevins.
So we got 3:40 now, and there's the snap. It's fumbled. Fumble snap, but it's picked back up by Leffler. He's brought down for a loss of about 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and nearly 11. It's going to be 3rd down and 11. So this is big.
Give the forward progress on that, I guess.
Well, it's 3rd down and 11, 3:20 and counting here. 21-14, Marion leads.
Yeah, I believe if you're Marion, the last thing you want to do is not be able to convert here and give the ball back.
What do you do, though? Do you run the ball and let the time go, or you risk a pass stopping the clock? They're getting the play call in.
That's a good question. Glad I'm not on the sidelines to make that call.
Yeah, me too. There's the snap. They're going to pass for it. It's Dixon. He breaks a tackle. He's up near the sticks. He runs out of bounds. He got the 1st down. Gain of about 15 right at midfield. So they're near Union territory. Huge play there. And just a play ago, we were talking about Union maybe getting the ball back. Now it's about Union stopping Marion and holding them out of the end zone.
Yeah, that was a good play there on 3rd and 11 to pick that up.
Yeah, that was Chandler Dixon there, number 5 for Marion. There's a snap, hand off to Wagner. He takes it off to the right, the wide side of the field. He's got a gap. He's got a 1st down. He's up past the 35, up near the 35, excuse me. It looks like we got a flag on the play.
I got some extracurricular activity going on, not sure what.
Matthew Mitchum was involved in some of it. We'll see what the call. That was a 1st down for the Hurricanes, but we have a flag on the play. They're trying to keep the coaches on the sidelines here. Emotions running high here in the coolness of the afternoon.
Well,
I wish I could get a little bit of a temper way I could get warm. I don't know what the flag.
It's a personal foul against Marion, but I think is this a dead ball? Is it a dead ball personal foul? I mean, he didn't signal that.
It looked like a dead ball personal. It was definitely after the play. Looked like a couple of shoves.
Yep, okay, so they're going to give them the 1st down, but going to back them
up back into their own territory here. Instead of being inside the 30, they're going to be on their own, about the 48-yard line. So
1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 48, from their own 48. 2:30 and counting here. Shotgun set. There's a snap. Leffler's looking off to the left to Wagner. It's a screen. He runs into his own man. It slows him up. He runs over a couple of defenders for Union. He's up to the 40-yard line. 1st down, Scarlet Hurricanes. We got 2:15 with the stoppage of clock as they wait to reset the chains. It looks like they're a little bit slow resetting them. That could play into advantage for Marion here. 2:15 still on the clock. They haven't started it up yet. Chains.
I think the line judge held him up on moving those chains because of the PA announcer here at Marion. He automatically calls 1st down, and he's missed it on a couple of occasions. As soon as he makes the call, the chain gang's been moving. The ref slowed him up that time. He said, let's make sure this officially is a 1st down first.
There's a snap, toss out to the right to Wagner. Wagner breaks the tackle. And looks like he's up near the sticks. Looks like a gain of 8 on the play. That's going to be 2nd down and 2. And I would have called that a missed tackle by them. That was a missed tackle in the backfield. Had him by the ankles, just completely whiffed.
Yeah, Wagner, he carried the ball a long way to have only picked up those 8 yards. But he made some guys miss. Union's getting back there. They're getting the penetration at the line of scrimmage. They just need to do a better job tackling.
So here we are, 2nd down, and I will say 3, gain of 7 on the play. They're going to put a man in motion. That's Blevins. Blevins has got a gap. He needs a block. He gets it. He's got the edge, but he's pushed out of bounds. Big hit there by number 43. looks like, but I think it's number 43.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a first down.
But it's a first down nonetheless. Actually, that's number 13, Jake Barnett, pushing him out of bounds. So it's enough for a first down. So it's first down and 10 from about the 27-yard line.
Marion got some good momentum. I mean,
We
here's
got
an opportunity for them to hang a score as we head into the half with the 21-14 lead.
67
1:07.
seconds. Yeah, 67 seconds ago. Minute 7 until halftime. It's 21-14. There's a snap for Marion. It's Wagner inside. He's got a gap. He's carrying a guy with him up past the sticks. Inside the 20 to the 15. They're inside the Carter's Pharmacy red zone. Brought to you by Carter's Pharmacy in Glade Spring, Virginia. 57 seconds. 10-second only ran off the clock right there. So pretty quick play there for Wagner inside, a quick hitter. Marion still has 2 timeouts left, 57 seconds to go. But at this point, they're playing so well, just going hurry up, they might not even have to use those timeouts.
They can pick up a first down here before they get it into the end zone if need be.
They're in the shotgun set, roll out to the left. They're looking deep again. Incomplete. Intended for number 1, Aaron Garrison, just short of Garrison. We do have a flag.
I believe this is going to be a holding flag on Marion, it looks like.
Now, right now, they're right in that range where a good pass can get them in the end zone. A penalty here would be pretty big, especially.
That's what it is, holding against Marion.
So that's going to give them another down, though. It'll be first down still. It's no loss of a down.
That's true. I mean, you get to replay the down. It still makes the distance a little bit more to pick up. You did lose a little more time on the clock.
It's first and 20, but the way they've moved on this drive, 20 yards really isn't a lot for them, especially when you got 4 downs. 44 seconds to go until the half. Stop the clock there on the penalty. 21-14, Marion. Speed option to Wagner. He's got a block. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's still taking men with him up inside the 10-yard line. They're going to blow it dead as his forward progress was stopped. Gain of about 16 on the play there for Sam Wagner. We've got 28 seconds. Timeout, Marion. 28.5 on the clock.
Wagner, big time carry there. He got all that yardage back in one play that was lost on the holding penalty. Let's bring up a second, and we got about 5 to go for the first down. Marion down to 1 timeout now. The coaching staff there from Marion a little agitated. They thought they got that timeout called a little bit quicker, but 28.5 seconds on the clock. Still
plenty of time.
Plenty of time to do what they need to do.
They're on the 10-yard line. So from here, you got to be pretty smart with how you use that 1 timeout and how you playing these next few plays. If you're in the huddle right now, I think you go ahead and call a couple plays.
Well, you know you've got a good kicker too, so you know worst case scenario, you come out of here with a field goal. Don't turn the ball over. Get 3 points and stretch this lead back to a 2-score lead going into half. Been a pretty entertaining game so far. I've enjoyed this.
If we're going to sit in the cold, we hope it's a good game, right? Right, Andy?
Hold on, let me chisel the ice off of him over here. There you go. We got his mouth working again.
He said yeah. So it's second down and 5 here after a first and 20. Wagner was able to run again for 15. And Wagner's ran wild here in the first half.
Well, they're getting penetration, Union is, and they're getting Wagner wrapped up. They just can't drag him down.
Yeah, you can get to him and you can wrap him up, but the main thing is dragging him to the ground. You can slow him up, but he'll keep on going. There's a snap. Quick hitch out to Blevins. Incomplete. Good play there by number 69, Adam Barnett, who batted that down at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 5. Big play. You don't see that a lot in high school, but in college and NFL you see J.J. Watt doing a lot of stuff like that. It messes up timing for a QB when you have a big, tall guy like Barnett who's 6'3", 230 pounds, senior, smart.
Union's coached well on that. We've noticed all night those front guys get their hands up when it's a passing situation.
There's a snap. It's Wagner inside. He's right at the line of scrimmage. Touchdown. The touchdown is made there by Sam Wagner. Who needs to bat down passes or throw the ball when you have Sam Wagner behind you there in the backfield? Wagner for 6. It's 27-14 here with the extra point looming. And who else to kick the extra point but Sam Wagner. And you wonder, we got a lot of talent in the Hoga-Higgy. If Wagner's not the player of the week almost every week, and then you got Trey Seans doing his stuff at Withful, it's a pretty talented league.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's Wagner's one of the
Humphrey.
big superstars.
We don't even hardly mention Humphrey. He's still doing his thing.
Wow, there goes a blocked kick by Union, but I think that's going to be offside on the defensive end. I think he come across early. Let's see here.
I don't see any flag.
I didn't see any flag either, but yeah, see, they've got a real problem with the PA announcer.
He's making
here
the
at Marion. I mean,
calls.
He's making the decisions for the officials. I believe if I were the officials, I would take care of this at halftime. He's called multiple first downs that turned out not to be the case. He called that was a blocked extra punt by Union. He just said, hey, that's an offsides on Union over the PA system. You can't do that.
He's trying to understand. I mean, he's trying to be on top of it and trying to do his job, but you got to let the refs make their call and sort of go by what they're in charge of the field. They can't be taking rules, and
there is a storm of brewing here in Marion as the Hurricanes have now gone up 27-14.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, that call has gotten us Marion sideline pumped up as we head toward halftime.
Still 19.8 seconds remaining.
Let's turn to the Lowe's Home Improvement scoreboard. Here's Travis.
Yeah, Lowe's Home Improvement scoreboard update. The Georgia with Rocky Maroons have hung another score. That game still in the second quarter up in Withville. It's Georgia with 21, Patrick Henry 7. So the Rebels trying to keep that game from spiraling out of control as it heads towards half. 19.8 seconds remaining here as Sam Wagner gets ready to kick the ball off for the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes. 19.8. I mean, you got to think if Union can at least get a little bit of a return, they got time to take a couple of shots down the field.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about that last second play at Lee. They're a cardiac football team. They take you right down to the wire.
That's right. They're not gun shy to sling it.
No, that's the least of their worries. They're afraid when they have to run it. Here's Wagner kicking off from the 40. It's going to be a short kick. I don't know if that was the best call in this situation. It's going to be returned. He's got a gap up past the 45. He's down at about the 46-yard line. 14 seconds. Union has 2 timeouts. I don't like the call there to squib it.
I don't like the call either. I mean, obviously they wanted to run some time off the clock, make Union get down and field that ball. They did accomplish running off 5 seconds.
5 seconds off the clock. What's more important? I think the more important thing is Union has the ball here from their own 46-yard line.
Well, Marion's definitely going to drop back in a prevent defense. Just keep all the plays in front of you. Try to take.
They are playing a press coverage type up here on the top side. There's a snap. He's looking deep, incomplete. 11 seconds. It'll be interesting to see how quick the clock stops after incompletion.
Well, that's why you schedule home games.
We got 10.6 to go until the half. 27-14. Marion leads Union. Good thing is Union gets the ball to start the second half for any Union fans tuning in. So Union is really not out of the woods yet. It's still 27-14. 13-point lead. So we got shotgun set here from their own 46. There's a snap, dropped back by the quarterback. He's looking deep to number 7. He's got it. Oh, incomplete. Batted down by Riley Blevins. Looked like he was going to be able to get it to Jay Gavin, but Blevins made a play. 4 seconds to go until the half.
Gavin had position. I mean, the quarterback's just got to get that ball out just another 3 or 4 yards further, and he's going to make that catch and probably take it into the end zone.
Yeah, he needs to throw that ball a little bit sooner. Gavin's one of those guys, when he's running downfield, you don't realize how quick he's going, and then he's not really running too fast, and then once he sees the ball go up, he sort of fakes out the defender there, and I don't think Blevins knew the ball was going to be past just the pace he was running.
I see Marion seen what Union's going to try to do here. Actually, this PA announcer said that's a Union timeout, but it's a Marion timeout. They're going to use their last timeout of the half here to just get everybody in position, keep this ball out of the hands of the Union players into the end zone.
Yeah, we got 4.4. One would assume we're going to see one shot at the end zone here. it's going to have to be a 55-yard touchdown play for them to get anything out of this. How far was the Lee score? Do you even know? Nobody knows.
I'm not sure right off.
It was a long pass.
We'll have to go back and YouTube it and take a look at it because we want to get to that 20 million hits on there.
20 million, hey. It's a big number. It ain't 20 million. Let's face it. They're going to line up here. Here comes Union back out on the field. We got the prevent in full effect here.
They have 5 wideouts. Marion's going to rush 3.
They're going to look across the middle.
He's trying to set up the hook and ladder.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a hook and ladder. Nobody was back for a pitch. So that's going to be the end of the first half. 27-14. The Hurricanes take it in for a 13-point lead here as they can head into the warmth of the locker rooms. We'll be right back for our score updates from around the district coming up next. The Hogo Game of the Week is provided by Abingdon Equipment, Appalachian Plastics, Big M Farm Service, Carter's Pharmacy, Glade Pharmacy, Political Dogs, Serber & Son. Make sure you watch and listen at HogoGameDay.com.
Had a big play here.
Millsaps on the handoff. He breaks loose. He's past the 50, down to about the 35, and he's knocked hard out of bounds by Riley Blevins. So that was a big-time hit by Riley.
Listen to our audio broadcast on your mobile device by downloading the Spreaker app through the Google Play Store for Android devices and on the App Store for iOS devices, and search for the Hoagie Heagie Network.
Keep up with all the action in the Hogo.
But Marion's going to take over here on the 10-yard line, right in the red zone. That handoff to Wagner up the middle. There's a lot of Warriors in the backfield. Here comes Wagner around the edge, diving in. Touchdown.
Like us on Facebook, Hogo Game Day. Follow us on Twitter at Hogo Game Day. And check out our very own website, www.hogogameday.com. You're now listening to the Hogo Halftime Report, powered by Abingdon Equipment. We will be receiving scores from every Hogo team across the district.